Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to recreate this look that took me a while to create. Okay, so I know you guys don't want to hear this. I know the first question is, how long did it take? How long did it take? Let me talk to you very closely. Let me talk to you. It takes a while, okay? But you know, do you rather take a couple days to do your hair, or do you want to spend $1,000? What do you want to do? What do you want to do? Do you want to spend $1,000, or do you want to just take a couple days doing your hair? So for this hair, I did partner up with YWigs. They sent me 4 bundles of their Spanish curl hair, and I'll show you guys how it looks. So this is the hair. It is so beautiful, and what I did notice about this hair is that it is like deep wave at the top, and then it's very tight curl at the bottom. Maybe that's why it's called Spanish curl. I don't know, but I used like 3 bundles, or I used 2 bundles, and I used like half of the 3rd bundle. So I could honestly have gotten away with just using 2 bundles, but I'm like, I want my hair to be a bit full. I want to really put my all into my hair. So yeah, like honestly, that's why it took me so long to do. And I honestly don't know how long it took. I think it took like 3 days. It honestly could have took 1 day if I really never took no breaks, never ate, never went to the washroom, didn't shower. If I just stayed in my room and just braided my hair from morning to night, I could probably get it done, because as you get used to doing your own hair, you start to figure out different techniques to make the process go faster, and that was the situation here. So for the back row, once you see the video, you understand what I mean. In the video, I showed you guys there's 3 sections that I did part my hair off to like work with. There's the front section, there's the middle section, and then there's the back section. So for the back, I believe I did 3 rows, and in my head, how I was gonna do this hairstyle was the first row that you do when you start the back row, you're only gonna leave like 2 pieces of hair, and as you go up, you leave more pieces. So 2 pieces of hair. When you go to the second row, I left out 2 pieces of hair, or 3 pieces of hair, and then when I got to the 3rd row, I will leave 4 pieces of hair. And I kind of work like that as I go, and it adds up. It starts to get full, and you start to see like what's going on. Once I got to like my front section, I know the amount that I left out was 6 to 7 pieces each braid. That's the maximum amount of pieces I left out. So this is my first time using this braiding gel. So this is the braiding gel from the Brat. She created this braiding gel, I don't know how long ago. This probably has been around for a while, but this was news to me, and I'm like, let's just use it, because why not? I used it and I'm okay with it. The next product I did use was this thingy-majiggy. This is the bracelet that they made in China, because they just know we need these things. I'm advising my DIY girlies to buy this thing. Another thing I did use was a 3-way mirror. I do not have it with me because it's upstairs and I'm a little lazy, but I'll put an image of how it looks like. That is what you need to do your hair. If you do not have that, then I don't know what to tell you guys. It's gonna be harder than it needs to be, like, to part your hair. Like, doing your own hair is already not easy enough. Like, you need all the tools and equipment that you need to make the process way more easier. That's basically all the tools that I did use. I'm trying to think if I am forgetting anything, but I don't really think I am.
I am so sorry, you guys. Of course, I forgot other items that you need because my brain just doesn't work properly. But the things that you would need is a braiding rack, hair clips. Obviously, you would need a tail comb to part your hair, some hair ties, and I would say you would need some scissors, because sometimes the hair does get tangled, and yeah, you just need a handy pair of scissors just in case you are fighting for your life with the braiding hair. So yeah, that's it.
But overall, I did have this hair in for 4 days now. Was it 4 days? Yeah, because I finished my hair like 3 days ago, so this is probably like the 3rd day. I didn't have time to film like the actual finished result where it's like nice and fresh, but it's still fresh. But yeah, other than that, guys, that's basically all the products that I use. I am wishing you guys the best in your hair journey, and let's get right into the video.
So here you see me just parting off my hair, preparing my braids for me to braid in my hair, of course. So I just wanted to make note that when you are preparing these curly pieces, I do not separate such big pieces. I want them to be easily put into the braid. Like, I don't want it to be too thick because it's going to be noticeable when you try to braid it into the actual braiding hair. So here are the sections that I part my hair off when I am preparing my hair for knotless braids. I did say 3 sections before. Technically it is 3 sections. I just divided the top section into 2 pieces. It's not the best parting, but it will do for now. So for this style, I braided my hair just once, and then that's when I added the braiding hair. It kind of gives that knot look, or in a sense, it's like the closest thing to box braids, but it's not box braids. I did it this way because since I do have experience having knotless braids in my head, I wanted to last longer, and I noticed that when I would plait like a couple times down before I added the braiding hair, eventually like my hair would kind of get messy. So I did it this way so that my hair has a longer chance to look fresh. So yeah. And as I said before, for the bottom rows, I didn't leave much curly pieces out. I actually just left 1 to my surprise. I thought I left out 2, but just 1 piece I left out for the first row. And as I got up, I just continued to add more pieces out. So the second row had 2 pieces of curly hair, and the third row had 3 pieces of curly hair. And I just increased as I went on. So as for the ends of the braid, in order for me to have that curly piece at the end, I braid as far as I can towards the end of the braid, and then I add like 2 to 3 curly pieces at the end. I braid it until like I feel like it would secure enough for the curly pieces to not fall out, and I just take a piece of that curly piece and I wrap it around the braid and I just do a knot.